It is only when we truly know and understand we have limited time on earth, and we have no way of knowing when our time is up, that we will begin to live each day to the fullest, as if it were the only one we have. "20 years from now, you will be more disappointed by the things that you didn't do than by the ones you did do. So throw off the bow lines, sail away from the safe harbor, catch the trade winds in your sails, explore, dream, discover. The purpose of life, after all, is to live it, to taste experience to the utmost, to reach out eagerly and without fear for a newer and richer experience. To those who stay put, the world is but an imaginary place. But to the movers, the makers, and the shakers, the world is all around, an endless invitation. So the only question left to ask yourself is, where should you go now?"
Well, good morning, good morning, good morning, good morning, or good afternoon, or good evening, wherever you may be around the world. Ali Madawi here, Global Master Trainer of the Young Entrepreneur Project, where we help you start, grow, or scale a business, or you can monetize by building a book of business or a sales force within our own community, and of course, make that moolah. Now, with that, today is all about how to maximize your income, how to maximize your compensation plan, how to maximize your income producing activities, how to get the dollars where they belong in your bank account. And the reason this is an important topic or subject to talk about, because if you're not monetizing, it does not matter what you're doing every single day. At the end of the day, you have a very expensive hobby and probably a frustrating one, if I might add. So let me go ahead and say hello to a few amazing, happy, incredible, fantastic people from wherever you may be. Let me fix the lighting in here for a little bit for you. Bam. There you go. That's a little better. Okay, so hey, Weenie from Sydney. What's up? What's up? Lauren, good morning from Toronto, Canada. Drizzy is proud of you for being with us. Tracy Graham, how you doing, my friend? What's up? What's up? Hello, Evangelina. Glad to have you. Felipe, what's going on, my friend? All right, all right, all right. Let's go, Sweden. Matea, so glad to see you in here. And let me go ahead and get the party started. Hey, Dawn from New Jersey. So a few things that we're going to talk about, and I'm going to break this down on 4 different elements in order for you to maximize your income. And I'm going to speak to those of you here who are probably in the solopreneur journey. If you are a solopreneur, meaning you are a one-man or a one-woman show within your business, drop a number 1 because this is extremely relevant to you. So first things first is you have to fix this thing, your mindset. If your mindset is operating with a commission or with a sale or with a rank or with a milestone, it's unfortunately going to be operating in the wrong side. And the reason I share this with you is many times we are putting the pressure on ourselves and the focus on a commission, on a dollar amount, on a sale, that we underestimate our greatness and we do not deliver the full servitude that prospect who we are talking to deserves out of all of us. What I mean is, if my prospect feels that I'm chasing a sale or I'm assuming that I'm all about closing business, unfortunately, the frequency that we both are operating is not where it needs to be. What I mean is, I'm pretty sure you would agree with me in this statement that if you yourself have been in a situation where you feel like you're being sold, well, by default, and unfortunately, the defensive mechanism is so much higher that you're not necessarily trying to hear anymore. It's the flyer impact. You just throw it out, right? So be very, very aware of your intent before you are trying to build a business. Is your intention to just close a business, or your intention is to solve someone's problem? Is your intent just a commission check, or is your intent to provide a solution that is going to make someone's life better? I believe that if you operate with a mindset of, I'm going to help you to make your life better and achieve the solutions that are important for you personally and business, that the sales transaction just come to you. Because by default, if I say I have the cure to whatever disease that you have, you're willing to say, take my money, give me the cure, please. But the fact that you are saying, give me your money and I'll tell you about a possible cure, what ends up happening is that person says, I don't believe you. I don't believe in you. I don't see it. I'm skeptical. And by default, they're not willing to even entertain or have the ideal conversation with you about wanting to do business with you. Okay. So your mindset has to be a servant mindset, a loving, caring, solution driven mindset, not a sales guy or a sales gal. Okay. Clean that up immediately. Otherwise, it is probably the number one reason that the individual is not even trying to do business with you or doesn't even bother responding to you. Okay. All right. Number two is to always maintain phase one activity. The mistakes that I've made early on in my career, and every now and then I have to have a reminder of this, is I go from phase one, meaning that I'm personally acquiring customers, I'm personally building my business, I'm personally expanding, I'm personally doing the right activities that are income producing activity. And then somehow, some way, I become a trainer and a coach and I deviate from what phase one activities are. And now, while my first line of business, meaning the people that I've personally brought in business, the people that I've personally initiated in business that are working with me, they're still doing some of that phase one activity. But the brand new people, they see the trainer and the coach, and in their mindset, if I do what that guy is doing, I'm going to have their success. And therefore, everybody starts to become a coach and not necessarily being at phase one activity. So you must always remain in phase one activity if you truly want to make sure that everybody follows through. Phase one activity is when I am speaking to a prospect with the intent of providing a solution for themselves, for them to see an opportunity, a presentation, get a taste, get a sample, whatever it may be. And by default, that individual, assuming your mindset is about servitude, that individual is going to react with their card in their hand, or they'll react with, well, how much is this going to cost me, right? Those are the telltales, hint, hint. I'm doing the right thing. The person is interested because they're asking about, how can I move this forward to the next phase? So again, phase one is everything in business. If you are out of phase one, you are in management mode. If you are in management mode, I believe that it's called annoying mode, because I don't want anyone to micromanage me and tell me what to do. I might have already a job and I might already have a boss that is annoying, or I might have a traditional business that I have to cater to, different individuals that are already annoying me, right? That I have an obligation to do something to them. And then here you come and you make me feel so little by telling me what I again have to do, or what I have to show up for, or what I have to, achieve recruiting or customer acquisition. So don't fall into management mode. Stay in phase one mode. Phase one brings in new prospects, brings in new individuals in business, brings in new clientele, new customers. And by default, phase one absolutely encourages everybody to do the same thing. What is the word encourage? Is to inspire courage. The opposite of that is fear or insecurity. So if you want to remove insecurity from your team, just go ahead and act on phase one activity and watch how quickly you're going to encourage other people or inspire courage with other people to do the same exact thing. The third step is to be system driven instead of personally driven. What I mean by that is, many times we try to be the hero within our own team, and we try to, I'm going to do it with and for you, and I'm going to recruit people, and I'm going to place people, and I'm going, and every week we're trying something different. This week we're going to try to, do stories, and next week we're going to try to do funnels, and next week we're going to try to do, income producing activities on Zooms, and next week we're going to try to do phone calls, and next week we're going to do email blasts, right? You're not consistent with anything that you're doing, and you don't have a system. A system, listen, we got 16 and 17-year-olds running a $1.2 million business. That's called McDonald's, right? Like, there is a specific system that is duplicatable, that gets repeated from one place or another, right? Think about anywhere that you go. Think about your store where you go shopping. There's a system. There's somebody who takes care of the aisles. There's somebody who works behind the scenes. There's somebody who is in the cashier. There's somebody that helps you bag them. There's somebody that removes the carts, right? There's a system. A restaurant, there's somebody who is in the grill, somebody who's in the fries, somebody who's in salad, somebody who's in dessert. There's the dishwasher person in place. There's the expo in place. There's the front of the house, the bartender, the host, everybody is operating on a system. And when there's full harmony on a system, everything operates the way it needs to be. So what system are you using? Are you educating people on a system of ATM, add, tag, message? That's my personal favorite because it removes the pressure of me having to train and teach and educate a prospect. And it's just adding someone in a group, tagging them on a video, and creating a three-way messenger with another individual that can just share a testimony, or they can actually educate on the business model, regardless of whether they are top earners or not, right? The 5-5-3, where you are interacting with 5 new people a day, where you are prospecting 5 people a day, and you are intentionally presenting to 3 people a day. That's an actual system. Home meetings, for those of you who like to do home meetings, right? How many home meetings do you need to have every single week within your team? Are you teaching the system of having home meetings? Zoom launches, is there a system? If you don't operate within a system, your team, the brand new babies in your team, now I call them babies, meaning they're new in their journey, they are confused. And if they're confused, insecurity is at its highest level. And if insecurity is at its highest level, they are not doing anything, which means what? You feel like your business is not growing, which means what? You're now either are pushing harder and managing those who are not doing anything, meaning you're not doing anything either, or you need to go back to phase 1 and you feel like, I got to build it all over again and bring in new blood all over again. Stay on phase 1 and operate on a system. When some money comes in, I had somebody earlier this morning ask me about, hey, at 1 o'clock this afternoon, I have a group of people. Can you help me teach them about the new vertical driven? I sent a video. I said, just play this video. See, that's a system. He has a group of people, play a video, and then I can have a 3-way messenger with different individuals, the qualified people for that matter. That's a system. I don't want to be the hero in my own tribe where everybody depends on me being available, depends on me bringing people, in the field, depends on me doing all the training. It needs to be system dependent, not individual dependent. And the 4th piece, which I believe brings it all home, is consistency. See, consistency is no matter the highs, no matter the lows, you have the same operations that are happening every single day. I'll help you out. When you have a job, you are absolutely consistent. You show up on time, you take the break on time, you leave on time, and then you are still dealing with the same traffic, the same issues. You may hate your job, but you are consistent. You do what you are told to do. You do it when you want it, when you have to do it, and you do the task when it's supposed to be done. Because if you're not consistent with your clock in and clock out, you ain't getting that check. The problem in a business is that we all know I don't need to clock in and I don't need to clock out. And no one is to tell me what to do, and I can do it whenever I please. Okay, that's true. But at the same exact time, the lack of consistency is the number one killer to you having any momentum at all. Many people, including myself, I've made these mistakes before where I make certain peak mode and then I'm like, all right, I can relax now and do nothing. I can go ahead and sail away in the beaches of the world. And then my business will go backwards or die, totally die. And it'll be 10 times harder to revive it. And that's because I was inconsistent. If you think that you're going to work 2 to 5 years and then just relax for the rest of your life, I got bad news for you. That's called retirement. And when you retire, your income stops and then you just live on what you've built thus far. If you're satisfied with what you have and is that going to last you until the day you die, God bless, you can go ahead and sail and enjoy life. Now, I'm not telling you, to forever work and put 90 hours a week. We were on last week with Kevin Harrington, the original shark from Shark Tank, with our leaders. And he said something that was fascinating to me. He started working since he was 14, 13 years old. He's just about 65. Now, if you do the math on that, that's 52 years that he's been working. And he's been putting, his words, I work about 80 hours a week still till this day. This is a gentleman that does $5 billion of revenue every year for his own brand. $5 billion. This is a gentleman that has taken 20 companies public already. This is a gentleman that has taken 20 companies to $100 million plus per year. This is a gentleman who does not need any validation, does not need any more. But guess what? He's building legacies. So he has been put in 80 hours a week for 52 whole years. And then he said, so now as I'm getting closer to 65, I'm thinking about slowing down and kind of going back to about, 40, 50 hours a week. That's him slowing down. That's him slowing down. 50 hours a week. Think about that. Many of us work 3 hours a day, if that, and I'm really, really, really being generous in here. We work 3 hours a day, and we're like, man, I had a productive day. Man, you didn't work. You just told yourself that you worked. You convinced yourself of an idea that you worked. It is aid to faint. And if you say, well, I don't have to, good. Just don't complain about not having what most people that you look up to have. Tony Robbins does 300 events a year. And the only reason he doesn't do 365 because he travels in between. He's doing audios, he's doing books, he's doing all these different things. The man is worth $600 million. Why is he working as hard as he is still? Grant Cardone, a $2 billion portfolio that he has right now of real estate. Why is he working as hard as he is? And I can give you example after example after example because they don't change the money. See, they serve and they want a legacy. They want impact, which brings them to phase one, which brings them to operate on a system, which brings them on consistency. This is why these four have to coexist congruently every single day in everything that you do. You fall astray or you got to get out of track with any of what I'm sharing with you right now. It's okay. I have myself too. But today's day one all over again. But don't complain. Focus on what I could do better. Jim Rohn said it best. Don't ask or don't wish it was easier. Wish you were better. The reason no one sees value in talking to you is because you're not showing enough value. The reason people don't want to work with you as much as they don't want to work with me, I'm not offering them enough value. I'm not solving anything out of their lives. I'm not moving the needle, right? I have a lot to grow. I have a lot of value that I still have to learn before I offer it. So don't be mad. Don't feel like you're not achieving the success that you want. Just go back to basics. Fix my mindset on serving and loving on others instead of chasing the dollar. Phase one activity, system driven instead of individual driven, and then consistency across the board. You're not consistent. I don't care what you tell me. And sure, you may have a job. I didn't tell you to quit your job. What I'm telling you is when you come home from the job and you put the kids to sleep at 8 o'clock, what do you do from 8 to midnight? Oh, yeah, you got to watch your favorite show and get some sleep. Okay, well, then don't complain about not having what the people you admire have. Because I stay literally from 4:30 in the morning all the way until 10:30, sometimes 11 o'clock, and even pushing it a little bit more. Yes, I have a beautiful time with my wife and my kids. We are an entrepreneurial family. We all work throughout the whole day as much as we all hang out throughout the whole day. But it took us 14 years plus to get to this level. It took us 14 years of consistency without any success. Even in the Young Entrepreneur Project, even in this community that we're in right now. It took me 2.5 years to start to be celebrated the way I am right now. But 2.5 years, many times, it was like, what kind of check is this? It is time to change the victim mindset. It is time to start serving the world. It is time to create systems and for you to act on consistency. Stop making up excuses. So I hope that this Monday message is starting you off the right way. For those of you who are in our community tonight at 8 p.m. Eastern Standard Time, boy, you're not gonna want to miss it. We are. It's going to be one of those. I cannot believe what I'm experiencing right now. There are mega announcements. There are many celebrations, and there is an incredible training waiting for you at 8 p.m. YepTribeZoom.com. For those of you who are in our community, if you're not part of our community, unfortunately, you can't attend it. We're introducing someone that you definitely are gonna want to be part of the introduction to this evening, and we're setting up this whole week with Fire. It is Rocktober, baby. It is Ali Madawi, your host with the Avocado Toast, and I could not be more excited for you with what is coming, and I pray that you're doing your part to understand that this is my time, and no matter what, I'm going to make it happen. I appreciate each and every one of you. And until later on tonight, have a blessed day, everybody. Peace out.